Afghanistan, we can tell you there are no easy choices. Whether for regional powers or even the ordinary Afghan family, what do? Their options are dangerous and unfair. Stay and suffer or flee to an uncertain future. Thousands of Afghans have chosen the second option. They're fleeing, not knowing where, not knowing whether they will survive. It says a lot about the Taliban's brutality. Families with young children setting out on foot. They plan to cross Taliban checkpoints. They plan to cross international borders, all in search of a better life. What we're seeing in Afghanistan is a humanitarian crisis. An entire generation has been turned into refugees, and the numbers are heartbreaking. 2.2 million Afghans are living in neighboring countries. 2.2 million. This was before the Taliban's takeover. Within Afghanistan, 3.5 million people are homeless. If this does not qualify as a refugee crisis, nothing does. So what is the world doing about it? The West has an easy strategy: blame the neighbors. They invaded Afghanistan, they destabilized the country, and now they hide behind refugee quotas. Let me show you those figures. The United States has promised to take in 10,000 Afghans, Australia 3,000, Britain 20,000, Austria none, Switzerland none. They won't take any Afghans. These are self-proclaimed human rights champions, by the way. They regularly top fancy lists, like happiest countries on earth, best places to live. Well, now you know their secret. Keep people out. It doesn't matter if they're refugees fleeing for their lives. Some of the comments have been outright appalling, like the one from the French president, Emmanuel Macron. This is what he said: "We must anticipate and protect ourselves against significant irregular migratory flows that would endanger the migrants and risk encouraging trafficking of all kinds." Irregular migrants, he says. That's Emmanuel Macron. These aren't drug traffickers or criminals. These are victims of your war. It is the West's obligation to give them sanctuary. Instead, they're asking neighbors to do their job. Not everyone is on board, though. For years, Europe has used Turkey to keep migrants at the gates. Well, now they've had enough, it seems. President Erdogan of Turkey says he will not be Europe's migrant storage unit anymore.
Turkey does not have a duty, responsibility, or obligation to be Europe's migrant storage unit. Once we strongly close our borders and send the current irregular migrants home, it is up to them to decide where they will go.
The West says terror is a global challenge, but refugees are not, it seems. That is something for the regional countries to figure out. So if Europe is not an option, where are these refugees going? Well, to neighboring countries. 1.4 million Afghans fled to Pakistan in 2020. Prime Minister Imran Khan has ordered to seal the border. He doesn't want any more people. Tajikistan is planning to receive 100,000 Afghans. That's 10 times more than the United States. Fun fact, America's GDP is 2,500 times bigger than Tajikistan's. Superpower indeed. Around 1,500 Afghans have set up camp in Uzbekistan. Iran is reportedly pitching tents for refugees in 3 provinces. They already host nearly 3.5 million Afghans. And this includes migrants and refugees. What Iran does is going to be crucial in this refugee crisis. Let me tell you why. The Iran-Afghanistan border is more than 900 kilometers long. Refugees usually cross on foot. Their ultimate destination is not Iran, it is Europe. So they keep walking for weeks until they reach Turkey. This is the entry point for Europe. But for Afghans today, Turkey is not an option. If Europe refuses to take these refugees, they will be stuck in Turkey. So Erdogan has built a wall to keep them out. The Iran route is a dead end now. Plus, the new government in Tehran does not plan to keep the refugees. The plan is to send them back if the situation improves. And that's a big if, we all know that. So we are left with Afghanistan's neighbors. They're not superpowers. They're not financially independent. But they have no option. These Afghan refugees have gone through hell to escape. Remember, the Taliban control all border crossings. You cannot just pick up your bags and leave. It's a treacherous journey. Meanwhile, Europe and America are evacuating their own people, their personnel, their allies. What about the victims of their war? The West has no answers. And this is not about money or facilities to house refugees. They have enough of those. This is about a lack of political will. This is about total abandonment of the Afghan people. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.